Good morning, it's D. Bailey. Hope everyone is having a wonderful and beautiful Christmas day. It's a little rainy outside, but we're going to go ahead and get this video going. I want to thank everyone for tuning into the channel, lending your ear. I hope that you listen. So I'm going to ask in the comment box that you do hashtag IHYL. That's hashtag IHYL. I hope that you listen. All right. I want to ask you guys to take the time to please subscribe to the channel, jam that notification bell, leave those comments, like, and definitely share. The question that comes up naturally today is, why are black people so angry? We could possibly rephrase that to another conversation. Why do black people hate America? You know, a lot of you may say that is obvious, but to some of us, it's not obvious. Some of us have ascended out of that victimhood narrative, that victimhood status. We see ourselves as conservatives. We see ourselves as patriots. Okay? We see ourselves as victors. And we participate in the fabric of this great nation. We're not just passively walking our way through this life or through this nation. You know, we take active roles in our communities. We participate in the voting process. We lead wherever we go, and we're not, again, we don't see ourselves as victims. Okay, we're critical thinkers, so that when we encounter, you know, instances of what some may call racism, because we're not going to deny that it exists. But when we confront those scenarios, we think critically, and we ask ourselves, is it individual? In many cases, it is individually based. It's not some systematic scheme or plot to hold the black man down. So my point is, we think critically, and we hold those people accountable, as each one of us should be held accountable individually. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with some notes that I've written for you guys, and I want to present it to you and allow you guys to comment. It's thought provoking for sure. So I want you guys to participate, and this is not me preaching or me lecturing. It's the whole intent is to elicit some critical, productive dialogue. All right. So, without further ado, I want to see what you guys, your thoughts are. Let's hear what you got to say. But let's get started. Black people in America, or people of darker skin hue or African American descent, have been, indoctrinated to see themselves as oppressed or victims in the United States. Some may be justified as history, as history has shown. There is little contention here. For example, Jim Crow laws, after Civil War and during Reconstruction, or the destruction of thriving communities at the hands of radical groups, have hamstrung, the accumulation of wealth in many instances. There's not much denying that. An overemphasis of this history has conditioned the average person to believe in the ongoing oppression of said groups, despite the existence of laws enacted to protect these same groups from oppressive laws, in specifically three key areas. That's housing, employment, and voting. A good example would be the Equal Housing Act of 1968, which makes it illegal to discriminate based upon, I believe, 7 protected classes, race being among them. All right. The Equal Employment Opportunity Act of 1964 and 1972, which extended these same protections. And the Voting Rights Act of 1965, which prohibited discriminatory voting laws and practices based upon race. All right. So with that being said, I think the question again must be restated. So why do so many people, black people that is, continue to soothe themselves in the narrative of systematic racial oppressions, despite the existence of these protections. Okay? So again, the question I ask is, why do so many black people continue to soothe themselves in the narrative of systematic racial oppression despite the existence of these federal protections? Okay, let's hear your thoughts on the topic. Hopefully one day we can go live and discuss this. And if I get enough feedback, we will open this up to live discussion. All right. So if again, don't forget to like, comment, and if you find value in the content, please subscribe and tap that notification bell. Until next time, guys, and I hope that you listen.